All right, everybody, welcome back to Power 97.5 LA, iHeartRadio, Power V 97.5 Vegas. I'm so excited about today. Number one, happy Black History Month and happy Black History Year.
Happy Blessed History all the
All
time.
the time.
All the time,
Right.
amen.
I'm so excited about today because we're at a beautiful book signing here. Wow, is all I can say because we do have an icon, as I always say, an icon beside us, Ruth Carter. For me, this book is an archive and it is a love letter to your journey, right? When you look back through the art of Ruth E. Carter, what surprised you most about your own evolution as an artist?
That I was an artist. I think I was more of a dedicated costume designer that didn't realize that costume design was an art form. I just loved it and wanted to be good at it. And so, as I compiled this book and looked back at all the experiences that I've had through my life, I started to see that I was an artist. It's a hard thing to call yourself, it's more or less something that other people
Yeah,
call you.
yeah,
So I embraced it because it was something that I always dreamed of.
yeah. No, when I think collectively, I think so many people stand on your shoulders because of all the beautiful things that you have done. Maya, we always say the one woman show is not out here doing it by herself because you got a village behind you. But I always want to say we're proud of you. The BAP bookstore, BAAP bookstore. And, this bookstore and this boutique feels more than a bookstore. It feels like a cultural home. What was your original vision for this space?
Well, BAP stands for Black Art and Philosophy. So I originally started off as a media platform for artists to showcase their work and have a chance to have conversation about their work because a lot of times our story behind our work gets left out of mainstream galleries and mainstream media. So last year we decided to open up a bookstore because I felt like it was needed in our community and to have access to books that aren't necessarily in our community. Yeah.
Well, and I think you've done an amazing job, especially when we look at the footprint in this community. It's needed and necessary, right? Especially when a lot of the books are going away and they're being silenced. This is the one book that is not being silenced and is creating a space for us. When you think about somebody over a span of 60 films is crazy.
Okay.
Looking back, what did your younger self misunderstand about success? And what does that success mean to you now?
I just didn't think about success. I remember when Spike Lee called me to do Malcolm X. He said, "Don't worry about winning awards or Oscars or anything like that. Just do a great job." And so I just really put my head down and just wanted to learn and do a great job. So I think that's my answer to that question. I just think that success is something that happens when you really try hard and you really put your mind to something. You're bound to have
Yeah,
success.
absolutely. I remember you in the stories of you on the train and you and Spike in the relationship from Do the Right Thing to Jungle Fever to Subway. Shout out to New York and the heartbeat that you have given just to that city and even 40 Acres and a Mule that Spike continues to do. Representation always matters, right? And especially in literature. How intentional are you about curating books and authors that reflect the spectrum of Black voices, past, present, and future?
Well, in order to have voices for the present and the future, we also have to acknowledge the past. So I love curating books like Zora Neale Hurston, Langston Hughes, because they paved the way for other artists in today's like N.K. Jemisin and other Afro-futurists and poets and even in our own community a lot of times our voices get silenced, such as men and women who are might be political prisoners who have written books like Angela Davis, Asada Shakur. So I always love getting community voices who have might not get their books published in Barnes and Nobles, but they can come right here in their very own community and have their book.
Just represent it. Right, right. We're here today on a beautiful. We're gonna still say it's a beautiful, even though it's cloudy here in LA, for an amazing event. And I'm gonna keep embarrassing her. This icon beside us. Tell everybody that's streaming right now, that's listening right now, why are we here today, and what are you hoping to accomplish after today's event?
Well, we're here to celebrate Ruth. and give her her flowers. She's a phenomenal woman, icon, as you said. She's legendary, and our community needs to see more representation like her. So we're here to celebrate her and just have a party. This is a celebration, and we're gonna salute her as she's gonna bring home the next Academy
Come
Award.
on,
So-
listen, that part. Listen, Academy Award winner multiple times, from nominated to winning. And I mean, the Academy Awards are coming up. My last question that I always ask on my show, over the 60 films and over your entire catalog, I've had the opportunity to meet you at so many festivals and sit back and just look at people, admire you even today, and seeing how people just honor you from the things that they're drawing and just saying, wow, you have been a blueprint and a footprint for them. My last question is, Ruth E. Carter, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want people to look at my work and not only be inspired, but also continue to see themselves, to say that, it's hard to find role models in our community sometimes. And I considered myself a role model for the next generation, and the next costume designers that come up from behind me can know that it's possible for them to also achieve greatness in their field, and that I was a person who achieved that and gave back. That's why I'm here. I mean, people think that I got into this because of high fashion, and that wasn't it at all. It was like things like this bookstore that I would go to, the libraries and the bookstores in my community, and I'd read Sonia Sanchez and Nikki Giovanni, and those were my designers. Those are the people that inspired me by their rich stories. I could see their images play out for me. So I'm happy to be here, and I hope that people will remember that I did come back to my community and have a book signing. So that's my legacy.
That part. Thank you for you. As I always say, thank you for your heart. Thank you for creating this space for all of us, and have an amazing event today. Thank you guys. Absolutely.